Alright. Oh. Oh, there you go. Hello, everyone. I was stretching out a little bit. So I'm a little bit later than usual, but nonetheless, we're gonna take this 1.5 hour today to get a little bit accustomed to the new version of the editor of 4.4 of Godot and get back on track with the development of Jetpack, which is going quite nicely. But we have gone into a stalemate point, I would say. To recap, this is what we're dealing with at the moment. We do equip the jetpack, although we can't really see it because we have not yet designed it. We have not really made the sprite for it yet. And I also need to change my microphone somehow. And so what we're doing for now is that the player follows the acting pig is following the cursor while we select the jetpack weapon. We use the action button that for keyboard it's the spacebar, and he starts to move towards that direction. The sprite becomes a little bigger, and when we press 8 again, it stops. So a few things need to happen when we press the stop button. And last time we added a boolean that is this boolean that tells us, okay, we're not anymore in the we are flying phase, but we are now in the landing phase. And in this landing phase, we should take care of a few things. We did last time test, like at the very end of the stream of yesterday's stream, we tested how much a pig is supposed to fly away from by just gliding with the jetpack. So probably we also need to design a jetpack sprite, actually, when I'm thinking about it. And also, as we have seen in the test that I done a moment ago, the sprite needs to slowly go back to its normal size, and the pig should land in some kind of in a point that we make that we can choose. And after that, we just need also a weapon scene for the jetpack, which will take the same sprite, and from there we will give it a bazooka shot-like behavior. That, fortunately for us, it's already a component that is reusable, so it will definitely help us with most of the work for that. All right. So let me start by taking some water and fixing my blindfolds. And let's get back to work. I might just keep this here, just in case it becomes a little bit too... Just in case it becomes a little bit too cold in here, but the sun popped out right now, so I feel like it can just become warmer. Having said that, I feel like I want to fix the sprites first of all. So we're gonna add another sprite in the scene. And this first one we're gonna call it Jetpack. Okay, the second one we're gonna call it Paracadute, which means parachute. And we're gonna take our time and make a pixel art for that too. So we kind of have a visual indication when we go from a phase to another. So let's fire up Photoshop. And let's make new. And we want to make a new 32 by 32. And we're gonna call it Jetpack. Or actually, I want to load in Hogs 2D. Now that's the old design of the pig. We can start from the bazooka. Okay. So we have our base player. I think we don't need the hands this time, but I'll keep one. And, well, we can get rid of the bazooka. Yep. Okay, so how do we give a bazooka to this guy? This is difficult. I don't know really how I want to do this jetpack. Should we give the pig some goggles? Should we rotate him a little bit? Should we make him hold the jetpack like this? Flies? Like he's hugging a rocket? I don't know. Yeah, 270 forse, 270. So, if this is 180. One 13, 113. Okay, this is kind of it. Okay. Ah, come on. Okay, so this time he didn't just make it all blurry. This is difficult now. Okay, file. So the jetpack layer itself. How big are we gonna do the jetpack? Like here will be the top? As big as the nose. Let me see the original jetpack. Hogs of War jetpack. Okay, and maybe we can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and maybe I should scale it down a little bit. I don't know, I don't know. What if I scale it down a little bit, so... let's make it. Actually, no. Looks kind of funny. Maybe it can stay in between. Oh my god. What if we did this? Hmm. I mean, this could look nice. I'm just not 100% convinced on the borders. like the outline of the jetpack, just so just matches everything here. So what if I see this like in this scale? Okay. This will be probably how I see it in the game. Yeah, I think it gives the idea. This will be our jetpack. Saving the project file. Now in PNG. Okay, then we need to make the icon for the menu, and this time we can keep it a little bit more centered. Could also make him bigger. And I wanna fix this first of all. Okay. Then okay, then I want to have a kind of grayish background, like it is the actual backpack. And some golden-ish handlebars, like. I mean, does this give the idea that this is the jetpack? I think it does. Yeah, it does the work. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's never been a bit perfectly centered. Oh well. Okay, so this can be our icon. File, save. Okay, and the last thing we need to do the parachute. We can actually start back from the jetpack. Okay, so this is the original jetpack with a guy. .13, which needs to become 226. 226. I'm okay with 215. Okay, so we need a new layer. New paracadute. And let's say that we give me the gray background. Okay, and then we do something like this. The parachute is quite transparent, but I think it could be funny if it is okay, let's maybe keep this attached, so this would probably need to would make a little bit more sense if it ended there. Okay, and we have these two, and okay, so we can now just finish the attachment of the parachute. Should we just do it plain white? I need to see some footage. Hogs of War League, Hogs of War League, there we go. Da 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 dum.
14.
That brings me back. Mm-hmm.
You know that Joe is pretty good with bazooka.
Maybe we can cut out the commentary. Oh my god, is anyone using a jetpack anytime soon here? Ah. We have the landing sequence. There you go. It's kind of grayish, transparent. So we can probably use that. Can actually use this color, I think. Although that might clash a little bit with the grey team. But on the other side, probably grey is the best color, since I will not really have too many grey tiles. Full grey parachute kind of makes sense to me. So now if we hide him there. I think this does the job. Yeah, I think we got it. So we can take the... can gray out everything else. this bad boy here, and I think it's 113. There you go. I think we got it. Paracadute. Okay, cool. Now let's get back to the game and import everything. So we go into assets and we'll take our folder. There we have it. Weapons. So first of all, we take the jetpack. And then I guess the parachute too. And the icon for the menu. We might also do a folder that includes like other non proprio armi. And we move him there. Nice. Okay, now jetpack texture. What is fuzzy search? Okay, that's new. Well, para... Wow. That's a new UI. Okay, no, that's the icon. What if I do carica then? So here's the classic. You go here, and then you go into weapon, and this is the weapon. Okay. And the parachute. Okay, that's new. I don't hate it. I don't hate this, actually. Okay, now last thing we can do before firing again the test is in scripts the jetpack resource now has the texture thingy, and we can go into icons menu, this one. Copy percorso. Yeah. Okay, we can notice the first problem like right away. The parachute should start hidden, and also should be moved up a little bit. Probably here. And I need my notes. One, two. So probably his Z index needs to be 0, the negative maybe. Ordering. Okay. Let's save and try again. Oh, of course, with -5, it will be even behind the it will be behind the words. It will appear behind the ground. What is the Z index of the ground? Oi, 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 oi. Game. This bad boy here. You ordering. The index is 0. Ay, ay, ay. And I guess the player too has 0 as its own zeta index. So let's keep him at 2. If I get him at 2, that wouldn't probably destroy anything. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now we go back to the jetpack, and he is on 1. Let's see. Lovely. Okay, cool. So now we need some particles effect. Particles, CPU, particles. So emitting, they are emitting. Amount, we can give it like 15. Emissions, what about spheres? Nope. Point is what I need. Direction. Direction is fine. I mean, the thing with gravity, it's fine. We just need to give it a lifetime of. Let's say 0.2, but we also need to get this a little bit more down. Stupid snapping grid. I just want to start from here. Ay. What about randomness? Even lifetime randomness I like. And actually the mission shape should be a rectangle. Okay, maybe a little bit less speed. 0.5. Too slow. 0.7. What about your classic one? 1.2. Okay, that's more like it. Mission shape. What if we... No, mission shape is rectangle. This would need to keep this. Particle flag. Yeah, it doesn't really change much. Direction is fine. Spread. What if we have like a 75? Perfect. Okay, so this is definitely irrelevant since What is skew? If it is, if set a non-zero value, slants the node in one direction or another. This can be used for pseudo 3D effect. So also global skew. Okay, probably not needed for now. Color, we can give it more of an orange-ish, yellowish. Color ramp. I like this crisping that it does. What was damping doing? Nah, nothing useful for us. It becomes smaller. Okay. So this we start as not emitting, and we're gonna make him do so. Okay, this is particles is like Jetpack fuoco. Okay, and also its zeta index should go on 1. And on the code, let's get back to emitting. So I can see the effect of the scaling right now. But this should definitely be behind. So let's see it in action. I just need to trigger it into emitting. So let's go on script and input sta volando uguale true. This is so complicated. So ok, quindi io quando when I press the action button, if the flying flag after I pressed becomes true, I get jetpack fire dot emit emitting uguale true. This might be wrong. Okay. So we need the particles to be bigger. Maybe 1.5. Why do I have the opposite now? So when I press, on a logic point of view, I need to figure out this stuff here. So if I press space, we start from he's flying no. Okay, so we go from he's flying no to he's flying yes. If he is not flying before we stop, before we pressed, we pressed and stopped. Now we probably just need to work on one thing. So we don't need to work on before and after. We switch. So when this when I press, we switch. This should be our first condition. When we press, we switch. So if we switched to is flying equals true, then we turn on the thingy, the emission of the particles. Okay. Okay. All right, so we switch this flag. If it is on, we're flying. We emit the particles. We do those two things. So we're establishing a new point where we start from, and we fire the calculations on the maximum range that we can reach from with the jetpack. If instead we switched from flying to not flying, so if we deactivate the flying state, we go from true to false, then we stop the emission, set the flag to we're now landing, and we update the inventory. Let me see if everything now checks out. Didn't really see the particles. What is the scale of this now? Okay. Don't know why it didn't scale with everything else, but okay. Let's ignore this. Let's try to figure out why this is not working as intended. So I press, it goes from false to true. If this is flying true, why isn't this doing it? Need to understand. So I now press. Okay, particles were emitting, so we're back on track with the logic. Okay, cool. So jetpack is emitting yada yada. We are, and then we say also paracadute dot show. And update inventory. Okay, let's save and see again. Okay, okay. Really good, really good. And probably this should be also reversed. Okay, it makes sense, makes sense. Jetpack sprite. Paracadute sprite. Okay. So now we needed to know how many, where we can land. And this can be its own this can be its own function, which will be called redisponi scelta punto di punto atterraggio func this returns void 2 punti. Pass. And this will stop the processing of stuff. Okay, I'll be quickly heading to the toilet and be right back. Ok. Alright, so we now need to establish a way to get the pig to land. And to choose the landing of the pig, I wanna try a technique that I used in another project. So I'll keep it for tomorrow since I have 10-15 minutes left. I'll keep pass, but I also will add a note, a to-do list to do, which is caselle di atterraggio. Ok. Mm. Come stabiliamo le caselle d'atterraggio? Nei testi prima basta che sia 5 di distanza, 4 di distanza, 5 di distanza. Facciamo 4 caselle di distanza. Comunque coprirebbero una buona area, cioè 1, 2, 3, 4 di qua, 4 di là, o 4 su e giù. Ci sta. Possiamo già fare un variable max distanza per atterraggio uguale stabilisci distanza, tac, e facciamo 2 punti int func stabilisci che ritorna un int. Questo si va a leggere, si farà un... Qui può fare una switch case. So, switch case in GDScript where match. No, I can't use it because I have pieces of value. So I have to do if no, if distanza altezza volo percentuale. So we establish this 4, so 75.0. And if so 3, 2, 1 else return 0. 75, we have 50, 25, and let's say 1, which is impossible, but okay. And we have to take 75, 50, and 25. Then we get 3, 2, 1. And print max. Okay. So if we go back to the game, we press this and we make him choose a direction. Bang, and this should be 4. Makes sense. So from here, we should also establish his position on the map. which is get parent dot posizione sulla mappa. Okay. And from here we can, I don't know, probably gray out some tiles and await a click. Okay. And that's when we are gonna use the technique I was thinking about, and probably we will implement this on Monday. Last thing we need to do is to remove the collision shape from the pig while he's flying. So get parent dot that's interesting. Get parent dot get children get child 0 dot oh god, okay, that's not the best. So let's let's make it that the player takes care of it and just gives a function. So or we could just change the layer. Let's have a test, actually, because this could be a better strategy. Okay, so now for this guy here, and we go into the press him. La la la, visibility light mask. Where's the collision mask? So if I do now start flying to here, actually I get to go back to input mode. Ah, he will still collide. Ah. Remote. This pig here. Collision shape. Hmm. So the only way is for us to disable it, so you can fly towards them. Okay, I get it. Dot get child 0 dot. So we are in the collision shape. So its object get set deferred. Set deferred, and then we have set deferred, disabled force. Should be the collision shape, yes. Property. Nice. Set this area disabled while true. E get parent punto z index uguale 50. False e torna a 2. Okay, let's see if this works first of all. Okay, cool. And we also do not go under the water again. Bam. And the thing is back. All right. Oh, this actually, because the Z index should be the Z index should actually be updated after the peak landed. Because if I do this here now, but I go here, and then I stop here, I go back underwater. And that's not accurate. But yes, I think we figured out most of the logic, so I'm pretty pleased with it. And we are getting good at anticipating problems and try to implement solutions right away. Instead of testing when everything feels like, oh, I'm done, and then I'll have a problem that I have to address. Now, having said that, I'm just gonna get myself a note. Lo z-index andrebbe sistemato nel momento in cui un atterraggio viene confermato. Right. And that's a little bit of progress for today. So I am pleased with what we have achieved in this brief 2-hour work section. Thank you everybody for following, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.